Hello and welcome to Weekly Wisdom. My name is Mark Van Buren, and today I'd like to talk to you about how good spiritual teachings might make you a little uncomfortable. Now, you might be shocked to hear that. I thought spiritual teachings were supposed to make me feel good and peaceful and loving and comfortable. But the truth of the matter is that good, mature spiritual teachings may at first, or may for a while, make you very uncomfortable. And why is that? Why do you think that spiritual teachings will make you uncomfortable? Well, there needs to be fire in our spiritual practice. If there's no fire, then there's no change. Think about exercising. If you go to the gym and you lift 5 pounds every day, nothing's going to happen to your body. There's a principle called the SAID principle, S-A-I-D, specific adaptation to imposed demands. So what that means is that your body will adapt to the stresses that are put on it. So again, if you're lifting 5 pounds every day, guess what? Your body's not going to change because there's no stress. The body's not under any kind of discomfort that it's going to want or have the desire to change. It's only when you put on the weight, when you make your body very uncomfortable, then it says, hey, something's going on here, I have to change. And the same principle applies in our lives. You know, when a difficult situation happens, it's not something bad. It's a great spiritual teaching. It's a great time to let that fire of difficulty change you and shape you and to allow you to become more wise and more compassionate. So we have to change our views on the things that are uncomfortable. We have to learn to welcome discomfort and uncertainty and all those scary things in life. And again, how do we do that? Meditation, right? So when you sit in meditation, you're just open to life. You're open to the sore shoulder, to the aching knee, to the anxious feeling, to the obsessive thoughts running through the mind. You're not sitting there judging things. You're not trying to escape things. You're letting these things transform you. T.S. Eliot, in one of his poems, has something along the lines of being redeemed from fire by fire. And what does that mean? It means that our difficulties is what's going to really transform us. You know, when have you ever grown or changed from just being happy and everything going well? If I look at my life, the things that have impacted me the most, the things that have transformed me the most, were not the easy, fun things. It was the difficult things. It was the deaths in the family. It was facing the difficulties within myself. It was the difficulties in relationships. It's all that stuff that kind of I allowed to just burn and to allow myself to be consumed in the difficulty, and not in an unhealthy way. I wasn't obsessed with it. I wasn't trying to indulge in it, but allowing those difficult feelings, those difficult times to be there. And to sit right in the fire of it, right in the center, and just allow it to burn and transform me. Think about how you blow glass. You know, you have to put it in the fire first so that it becomes malleable, so that it becomes able to change, and then you can shape it. So the fire is so important in our practice. And the fire is difficult situations, difficult people, and anything that's uncomfortable. And good spiritual teachings are going to make you uncomfortable. So one being that everything in life is uncertain. Now, it's easy to say that, but when you really contemplate that, that can make you very uncomfortable. Every day is uncertain. Anything can happen. You know, really good stuff can happen, but also really traumatic and horrible, scary stuff can happen. And that can make you feel very uneasy, but again, resting in that fear, resting in that uncertainty until it transforms. Another uncomfortable spiritual teaching is the fact that we're going to die someday. Now, it's really easy to say, hey, I'm going to die someday, but really contemplating it and really understanding it, it's very, very uncomfortable. But contemplating this has a lot of power to, a lot of spiritual fire that can make you live more wisely, that can help you find peace in things, that can stop you from chasing after sensual pleasures all the time that won't last. So a lot of these spiritual teachings that are good will make you very uncomfortable. And I don't want you to hear spiritual teachings that just scare you and run away. There's a lot of power and strength to the teachings that are uncomfortable. Just like there's a lot of, power in lifting heavier weights because your body's going to adapt, or running a little further than you usually do because you're making your body and mind stressed out, not in a negative way, but in a way that it's going to want to adapt, it's going to want to change. So allow these difficult teachings of impermanence, of death, of uncertainty to transform you. Allow it to bring you to a peaceful place within your body and mind. And it might take a while, it might take a lot of discomfort, but again, the discomfort is what transforms you. So this week, if you have any discomfort, if you have any uncertainty or any fears, if you hear a teaching that makes you uncomfortable, really sit with it. Allow it to transform your body and mind. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.